Okay, let's start with the obvious question. What does it mean when a 13-year-old cancels a tour before it even begins? Northwest, yes, that Northwest, was set to hit the road with rapper Molly Santana for a 14-city summer tour. Poof. Gone. Just days before the first show. Now, I'll admit, my first reaction was, wait, she was allowed to tour at 13? But the more I dig into this story, the more fascinating it gets. Let's unpack why this cancellation isn't just a scheduling hiccup, it's a window into fame, family legacies, and the absurd pressure we put on kids in the spotlight. And first off, let's talk about the logistics. North and Molly announced the Kimo Kauai tour back in June, hyping dates across major cities like New York, LA, and Toronto. Then, boom, cancellation. North's Instagram post was cryptic. It isn't happening anymore, but I have something special for you guys. Meanwhile, Molly's apology was tearier, name-dropping hard-earned money and amazing memories. But here's what immediately stands out to me. Why no explanation? No scheduling conflicts or health reasons. Just silence. And that silence speaks volumes. In 2023, audiences demand transparency, especially after spending cash on tickets. So why the vagueness? Maybe legal issues? Creative differences? Or something else entirely? And now, let's zoom out. North's music career is still in its infancy. She dropped her debut EP, N0RTH4EVR, in May. And honestly, the reviews were kind of wild. Rolling Stone compared her sound to Slipknot? That's not what I expected from Kim and Kanye's kid. But here's the twist. The EP's angst and self-awareness feel oddly mature for a teenager. Which makes me wonder, how much of this is North's genuine passion versus a product of her environment? Because let's be real, growing up in a household where your dad is Ye and your mom is Kim Kardashian, normal career paths don't exist. Every move is scrutinized, Monetized, or memed into oblivion. Nan. Speaking of Ye, this isn't the West family's first tour-related disaster. Kanye's own 2023 tour plans imploded thanks to his toxic rhetoric and anti-Semitic remarks. Venues dropped him left and right. So from my perspective, this cancelled tour isn't just about logistics, it's about the West family's fractured brand. Molly Santana's apology mentions hard-earned money, but what if the real issue was backlash? What if promoters balked at associating with the West name post-Kanye's meltdowns? This raises a deeper question. Can North ever separate her art from her father's legacy? Or is she doomed to ride the coattails, and collateral damage, of her parents' chaos? And but let's not reduce North to a victim here. She's clearly ambitious. At 13, she's chasing a music career most adults would balk at. And her resilience is interesting. The Instagram post promises something special after the cancellation. Is that a new album? A viral TikTok strategy? Or just a PR tactic to salvage hype? Personally, I think this is where North's story gets compelling. Because if she sticks with music, she'll have to navigate two extremes: the privileged Nepo baby narrative and the pressure to prove she's authentic. Neither's fair, but both are unavoidable. And here's the thing. We live in a world where kids are launching careers before they can drive. But North's situation is uniquely surreal. Imagine being 13 and told you're not a novelty because a magazine compared your music to Slipknot. Or having your tour cancelled because your dad's Twitter rants followed you into boardrooms. What this really suggests is that fame isn't just inherited, it's weaponized. And North's childhood is now part of a 24/7 reality show she never signed up for. And so where does this leave us? With more questions than answers. Will North bounce back? Will Molly's apology mend fan relations? Does any of this even matter in the grand scheme of celebrity news? In my opinion, this story's significance isn't about the tour, It's about how we consume young talent. We celebrate kids like North for being bold or innovative, but we rarely ask, at what cost? Maybe the real show here isn't on a stage. It's the tightrope walk of growing up in a gilded cage, trying to sing your truth while the world writes the lyrics for you. /n/n alright. Hit me in the comments. Do you think Northwest's cancellation was avoidable? Or is this just the price of fame when your family's drama is everyone's business?